And on today's Unbiased Short Take, we're going to talk about, unfortunately, the Miami Heat's 129-100 loss last night against the Brooklyn Nets. It was this is more a follow-up. Disappointed. We could have jumped the Nets last night with a victory for the number 6 and final guaranteed playoff NBA spot. But because we got blown out by 29 points to a team that traded all their superstars away at home in Miami, now we are still half a game back of that 6th and final spot in the playoffs. Last night, Jimmy Butler had 18 points, 1 rebound, 5 assists. Bam had 16, 7 and 2. Tyler Hero had 23 points, and Max Strus also had 23 points, with Kevin Love chipping in 5 as well in the starting lineup. We outscored. It was just really an embarrassment of a game. Really looked like lack of effort, really. Outscored 3 of the 4 quarters in a big game like that where you can overtake another team for a guaranteed playoff spot where you do not have to play in the play-in. But now because of that, there are 7 games left on our schedule. We're half a game back, and we just had an opportunity to do that late into the season, and it looks like we have squandered that opportunity, unfortunately. We currently sit at the 7th seed with a record of 40-35. The third quarter, we were outscored 39-18. They scored 129 points against us, and we are a top 10 NBA defense per the statistics. Actually tied with Brooklyn as well for the 9th spot. It's just really embarrassing and disheartening, especially from a team that was in the finals against the Lakers a couple of years ago with really the same core, and a team that made the playoffs consistently and last year made the Eastern Conference Finals. I just don't know what's wrong with this season. Could be a little bit of a hangover, overconfidence. Could because the East is really that good. The East is the better conference now. It really is. I have not given up on this season, though. However, I do think that we will probably have to play in the play-in, but Jimmy Butler is indeed that guy. Playoff Jimmy is definitely a different type of beast, and I really expect us to be able to make some noise, maybe in the first round, maybe even get past the first round, so long as Jimmy Butler can continue to be playoff Jimmy. I don't have really any worry about us making the playoffs. I unfortunately think we'll have to do the play-in, however. And it just seems like last night was a squandered opportunity. And we have a really good team. We just seem to be missing that piece. It seems like losing P.J. Tucker hurt a little more than I thought it might. But you got to remember, basketball's a team game. He did all the little things correctly, and those things add up overall. You need players like P.J. Tucker, and we should never have let him walk. Us trading for Kevin Love was to kind of help fill that void, in my opinion. But I think they realized they made a mistake letting him go. And that's all we have for today's Unbiased Short Take. Thank you all, and see you next week.